Good morning, friends, followers, channel members, or afternoon now, technically, here. 21 minutes late for morning. Oh, happy Wednesday, everyone. How are you all doing? I'll be honest with you, I woke up feeling rather rough this morning. Not through alcohol-induced, just very nasal and a bit bleh. So, we're going to try and blow the cobwebs off today with a gorgeous flight down to the Greek Isles of Mykonos, which is, of course, a Cat C airfield. And that brings with it several challenges. It's a narrow runway. I think the winds are blowing in the wrong direction as well. There's a small chance of a circle to land approach. So it could all be going off this stream today. So whatever you're doing this afternoon, hope you're going to stick around with us and join us. We are in Venice today, which looks very nice. In fact, the weather in general looks very nice today, so that's one thing good going for it. It means we should have some decent views as well. Someone did mention that, they much preferred daytime flights and asked me what do I prefer? Do I prefer daytime flights or do I prefer nighttime flights? And I always say I prefer realistic flight time flights, so day or night, whatever. But I have to be honest, given the scenery of Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's hard not to want to do a daytime flight. So here we are, nice daytime flight for you all today. So welcome on board, everyone. Hope you are all well. Let's just see who's coming on board this morning or this afternoon. Just jump into the chat. Hey Barry, great to see you. William Blanton's here as well. Leon, Dark Fury, Legend Dark Fury is here. Dr. Magic, hey Ryan, Burasima, hey James, William Blanton, yeah. Fantastic. Really glad that you guys can make it today. Hey, Alan. Captain HMV, you've got to go to work. Unlucky, mate. Uncle Swison, hello, everyone. Hope you've just finished watching last night's stream, and now you get to see another one. Yeah, live. Fantastic. And Steve Air 777 is in seat 18G. 18E. Oh, you're moving seats. All right, fair enough. Pick a seat. Hey, Scotty. Welcome on board, mate. Shout out to our Twitch viewers as well. Hey, Raven. Good news as well if you are on Twitch. We are now linking our Discord server to our Twitch as well, so if you get the perks on Twitch, soon you'll also get the added perks in our Discord server as well, so you'll be able to enjoy that as well. Hey Lars, good afternoon. Right, as always, if you are watching on YouTube, the operational flight plan is pinned into the chat, so you can go and check that out. Yeah, let's get on board, shall we? Now, I think I've done a really dumb thing here. I think that the for some reason GSX doesn't recognise where it is I'm parked as an actual parking spot, which is, well, just rubbish. So if I launch GSX now, I don't think I can get. Yeah, look, it just wants me to. It wants me to select my parking position. I'm at a parking position. Stupid thing. So we might have to make do without a bit of GSX today, which is okay, I suppose. Every so often, daft things like that happen. Wally, is that? Good morning, Wally. Right, well then, we need to get the ATIS for the airport. I don't think there is any ATIS knocking around. No ATC or anything like that. No. So we're on our own. Let's go and grab that then. Have I got my tablet linked up and working? Let me see. Yes, we do. Alright, so let's see what weather we've got for our flight today. Pushback in 20 minutes? Yeah, I bet. So, Venice. Where's my pen gone? There it is. Right, so winds 180 at 6. Oh, they're nice and light. 180 at 6, CAV okay, 12 degrees, QNH is 1011, no significant changes. What beautiful weather we've got. What have we got currently then at Mykonos? So there is a VOR approach or an RNAV approach to runway 34. Winds at the moment are unreported. That's interesting. Visibility is good. Yes, that's what we want. We want good visibility in Mykonos. That way I can see the runway and do my best to actually land on it. Scattered 1,000, scattered 2,000, 16 degrees. Oh, I expected it to be warmer than that. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that. I'll have a look at Flight Radar 24 as well as we get down to see what the real world flights are doing, but that wind is pants because there isn't any wind reported. So I'll look at the forecast actually. Is that around? So between 12 o'clock and 9 o'clock tonight, 210 at 15 knots. Oh, that's interesting, because that would mean a circle to land if it got up to that. Yeah, that wouldn't be great. 15 knot tailwind. Don't want that. Not on a short, narrow runway. So that would be a circle to land. Something else that could be could make today's flight quite fun. All right. Well, we've got that. Let's look at the operational flight plan. We'll start getting people boarded as well, actually. So, in order to do that, I actually need to know how much fuel I'm taking. Well, let's find out together then. Shall we? Hey Lars, yeah, I've got I downloaded the GSX profile here for Venice, and it just doesn't like this parking position. Strangely enough, no idea why that's the case, but there we are. Right, so light payload, that isn't unexpected today, because there would be a regulated landing weight in Mykonos. It's not a massive runway. We want to be able to stop, basically, once we've planted it down. Alternate is Athens, cost index 4 as normal, cruise flight level 390, fantastic, nice, high and efficient. Matic the pilot, thank you for the follow on Twitch, mate. Good afternoon to you. So what's that landing weight planned to be? 57 tons. We're going to throw extra fuel on that, but that's alright. Trip wind of 15 knots, tailwind of 15 knots, that's fine. Shear rate looks good. Planning for runway 04 right, departure here at Venice, and actually it's got runway 16 there on the flight plan. Probably because of that wind that's forecast, but we'll keep an eye on it and make decisions as we get there. What's the blog fuel? Is about 6.8 tons. So, with the potentials for tailwinds and whatever things, the other thing as well, circle to land in Mykonos, I'm pretty certain you can't do that when it's dark. So we need to be there before sunset. I don't know what time sunset is in Mykonos, if anyone wants to find that out before we go. Okay, so just quickly check in as we go through there. Grid moors look fine. Bit of terrain around Tirana, about an hour into the flight. Just be aware of that. And what have we got? Weather-wise, that all looks fine. Yeah, you can see the winds there reported 0-0. They're just not reporting any winds, which is strange. Maybe there is. Maybe right now there is no winds in Mykonos, in which case runway 34 will be fine. Athens is fine. Kos is fine. I can't even remember where Lima Golf Kilo Romeo is, but that's fine as well. And LTBJ, is that Izmir? Can't remember, but that's fine as well. So all the alternate weathers are absolutely fine, so don't need to worry about that. Tilted Blunder, thanks mate. Sunset is 18:25. Is that Zulu time? That can't be Zulu time, can it? Well, it might be. It's a lot further south than we are here in the UK. But if that's Zulu time, that's fine. If I'm still in the air at that time, then my aircraft will be running on fumes, and I'll have missed the school runs, so that'll be bad for a whole host of reasons. So that's the weather page. Let's have a quick look, see what we've got there. Yeah, so that's the same forecast that we've just checked out. Alright, so could be a potential fun event getting in. Let's just see what the weather is like on the journey. There's our flight route today. Oh, that should be some really nice scenery. Both sides of the aircraft, gorgeous scenery today. So we've got icing up to 15,000 feet. Few embedded cumulonimbus clouds as well, just to the south of our flight pan. That should be all right. That is the wind. We can see the jet stream on there. That's going to push us down there, so that's lovely. Look at the way that hooks down and spins round. That's interesting. I don't see it do that very often. Yeah, okay. The main thing for us is the visibility at Mykonos is really good, so we shouldn't have to sort of divert because we can't get in weather-wise or anything daft like that. So, plug fuel 6-8. We're going to take. Well, let's take 7-8. Let's throw an extra ton on there. So we're going to take 7.8 tons of fuel, which is fine. But now let's look at our landing weight and make sure that we can land. So let's say our landing weight then is going to be 58 tons. Let's check this out. Right, so it's going to be LG MK runway. Oh, let's go with the worst possible scenario. So runway 34. Apply the METAR. The winds aren't being filled in. Can I fill them in? So let's go with a 15 knot tailwind, which would be what would it be? Let's go 150 at 15. Apply that METAR. Surfaces are dry, and a landing weight of, what did I say the landing weight was? 57? Or was it 58? I can't remember now. I think it was 58. Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? Max brake would, oh yeah, we would get in, but you can see there, look, I've got the 15 knot tailwind on there, so that's not ideal, but we could get in with that. So loading that extra fuel on is going to be fine. 58 ton, that was right, wasn't it? Better check that. Yes, 58 ton. Okay, so that is the dispatch landing calculation done. It's doable, it's okay, so we can tell the ground crew that we want to load 7.8 tons of fuel. Right, well, as I'm not using GSX for that today, then I might as well crack on with that. We'll tell them to get going.
Cabin crew, we're all happy with how things are up here, so now open the doors and start letting our passengers on board. Thank you. No problem.
Right, so passenger boarding has started. I'll get on with that. Yeah, shame about GSX. Let me open, because GSX isn't doing stuff, I'm going to have to do it for it, so I'll get the doors open. They can sort that out. Yes, on you come, passengers. Alright, so the aircraft is in its turnaround state, which is fairly normal. We see this on a regular basis. So APU is currently off. We'll just turn the packs off as well, actually. I've been a bit cold today. Maybe it's because I'm a tad under the weather, so I've turned the heating up in the flight deck. My first officer will just have to sweat. So yeah, all the overheads okay. Nav logo lights, they are on. I am going to turn the strobes. So normally you'd leave the strobes to the auto position, but on VATSIM I have noticed that if you have it in the auto position, that actually puts them on to other aircraft you're on, if you're on VATSIM. So I'm just going to break with standard operating procedure there and just turn them completely to off, so that it doesn't look like we're just sat here with strobes on to other pilots. Yeah, so nav logo lights are on, acupressure's good, it's in the green, flap strip spoilers, retractor button rate is on. Let's do the setup then. So refueling is underway. QNH 1011, that's fine. Anti-skids on. 1 hour 59 minutes expected en route time. Just check VHF2 1215 for the guard. That's all good. They're off. They're off. Switching panels normal. Thrust levers are idle. Starter switches are off. Mode selector is normal. Just come up to the FCU then. Get the constraints on 1011. QNH set and cross-checked. Initial climb will be 7,000 feet. Look at Dark Fury's name! The legend Dark Fury. Has someone turned the passenger the packs on? It's freezing. It is freezing. What's the temperature? It's 11 degrees outside. What I love about this is, though, when the doors are open and people are actually getting on board, the temperature in the cabin drops. How realistic is that? It is brilliant. Right, Limonda, stick with me, mate. I'll go through that. We've got loads of time on our flight today, so if you've got any questions like that, I'm happy to answer those. Just stick with me. Let's get going, if we can. Right, so we are going to set up the box then. So hang on, let's get everything we need from our operational flight plan. Right, so data, IRS, we've got the 3 nav greens, aircraft status, air cycles good, CFM engines, that's fine. Let's do our init request. Pop that on. Okay, right, that's all come through. Just realised you can't see my cursor. Let me turn that on there. Right, the flight number today. So this is a real-world route that Easyjet do, but it's a summer route, so they're not doing it at the moment, so there's no active call sign for this, so we're going to use my default Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Cost index of 4, temperature is 12 degrees outside. Look at that, it's just warmed up. What's the tropo? 29,795. 29,795. I'll pop that on. Download the winds. Sampaio Colan, hello from Brazil. Good afternoon, sir. Hope you are well. Leanne says it feels like -5 inside. Hey, Beluga, you're doing flight 757. I'm very well. I'm not very well, actually. I feel a bit under the weather. But someone once asked me what my favourite Boeing aircraft was, and I think I said it was the 757, the Flying Pencil. IRS in it. Yeah, we'll presume that's all correct. I'm sure it is. Right, cruise flight level. What we're looking for? Flight level 390. We might not be able to get up to that straight away, you know. Although we're not heavy, we might be able to. Temperature is -51. Right, so flight plan. What we got? 04 right, and that's on the Rosca 7 Lima. There it is, Rosc 7 Lima departure. I hate SIDs when they've got, or even stars, when there's loads of them that are very, very similar in their identifiers. And then arrival at Mykonos, we're going to go with the RNAV 34 and potentially a circling approach to boot. That is coming in on the Agapu 1 Pop. Agapu, what a name. Agapu, boo, boo. And that comes in via... oh, that's a good question. What's the via for that? Hang on. What are the options for that? Bismo. Coming via Bismo, I think. There we are. Right, so that is a distance of 786 miles in the box, and flight plan 777 miles. So, okay, that's close enough. Let me then just do a gross error check on that route. So departure looks fine. Let's see what the arrival looks like. It's got a few extra miles, hasn't it? But oh, that arrival looks spot on. That. Yeah, that's fine. That's what I expect to see. So pop that back to 20 and arc mode. All right. Good. Radnav page then in the box. We have got a Tango Echo Sierra, which I think that is the I think that's the VOR at the end of the field. Yeah, there it is. I can get that in. And onto the init B page. Right, have we got a preliminary load sheet from our wonderful dispatch crew this morning? There we go. Alright, 54.7. And what is our CFG? 29.9. Alternate fuel is what? Call that 1.1 tons. To get back to Athens. If I get this view in just the wrong place, the click spots don't work properly. Alternate 1.1, and what fuel are we taking? We're taking 7.8 tons, aren't we? Let's see what the aircraft wants. Oh, 7.2, right, so 7.8 tons. That gives us a takeoff weight of 62.3, below max landing weight. Getting back in here if we're on fire is fine. And 18 minutes extra thinking time, and a takeoff CFG of 28.2. 1 according to the sheet. Alright, so let's do our takeoff calculations then. So we're going to go 04 right, it is dry, config 1, don't need to force toga, anti-ice will be off, packs will be off, takeoff weight was 62.3, CFGs 28.1, sync the live weather. Have we got any intersection data here? Bravo Charlie or full length? What should we do? We taxi down on the other runway, I think, because these runways, they're too close together to be actually used as a parallel. You know, you can't have parallel approaches or one landing, one taking off, just because they're too close together. Bad building. So we've got a de-icing pad there. So what were the options? I've got Bravo or Charlie. Well, that could be interesting. Should we do Charlie? That's a much shorter tax then, isn't it? Save a bit of time. Sounds like it's a possibility. Yeah, so we'll taxi straight down Whiskey and then make the turn onto Charlie. I like that idea. Let's go with that. It's a nice long runway, so it's got plenty of space available. That gives us 2,290. And I better just check actually that that matches up. 2,290. Where's the takeoff information? Oh, wrong chart. 04 right, 2,290 Charlie. Yep, that's valid then. Okay, so that gives us V speeds of I can't see, it's too dark. Let me turn that up. 125, 135, 135. William, don't just mess up the taxi. No, I've done that for this year. That was last night. For anyone wants to see me get lost, go and watch the stream from last night. We're flexing 62 flaps 1. So engine out procedures. Let's start looking at that as well in a moment. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Thrust reduction acceleration values. Then let's get this. Oh, that surprised me. It's noise abatement 2. I would have thought it was noise abatement 1 because it was very noise sensitive, this part of the world. So thrust reduction acceleration 1007, engine out 1007. So they are all fine. We also have a speed restriction of 200 knots for the first part of this standard instrument departure, which means that we're going to fly that at S speed. So we'll pre-select S speed 187. Pop that in. That's done. And let's have a look then at the secondary flight plan. So standard, then right turn to Hokkaido and enter the hold. Alright, so secondary flight plans, copy the active. E out, Sid, let's create our waypoint. Hey Captain Q, good to see you. Tilted Blunder, it's cold in his house today. Not put the heating on though yet. Got a hot bowl of noodles and a coffee. Just, if you've got it, play Microsoft Flight Simulator and burn your computer up. It'll heat the office up. It certainly does for me. Right, where are we creating this waypoint from? We're creating it from runway 04 right here in Venice. Our takeoff track is 039. 15 miles out. So store that. Right, second flight plan. E out, Sid. Captain Q, yeah, the Aerostar A330 hopefully coming soon. Can't wait to see that. And after that, we are going to, where was it? Hokkaido. A-K-A-D-O. K-A-D-O. Enter the hold, and that's left turns 207. Done. And if something has gone very wrong that has required us to do that, we'll probably be coming back here to Venice. it'll be a short stream. So ILS Zulu 04 right, no start, and via Hokkaido. Right, check what that looks like. There we go to E outside, right hand turn, enter the hold, and then come back in and land. Nice. Do like it when the engine out procedure holding point also is a veer for the arrival. Alright, that is all done. Passengers are still boarding, I think. Yeah. So, let's do our brief then. As always, we start by talking about the weather. So, we've got cloudless skies pretty much today in Venice. It's a beautiful, crisp winter day. 11 degrees, no rain, nice dry runways. Wind is 180 at 6, so a light... a sort of light crosswind, tailwind, if you like. It's all right though for our performance. So yeah, not too much to worry about with regards to any nasty winds or anything like that today. Good conditions en route as well. Maybe a bit of turbulence up to around 15,000 feet, but so if need be, just let the cabin crew know that that is a possibility, and that. Make some PAs to the passengers if it's really bumpy. And the weather on our arrival then, we're just going to need to keep an eye on the winds. It's expected to get to 15 knots from the south, which means that we can't do the RNP approach, or we can, but we will then have to do a circle to land because we'll be out of limits for that otherwise. So, could be an exciting end to the stream. Aircraft type is A320, fully serviceable, with the exception of the weather radar. However, that shouldn't be of too much concern to us today. Engine performance is good, so yeah, that's nothing to write home about either. No terms, nothing really today for our departure. And threats to be aware of then? Well, I should probably bring in my inability to follow a map and taxiway instructions after last night's stream, shouldn't I? But no, really threats here. So we've got no air traffic control, so we're on our own. We'll have to make sure we're monitoring things on Unicom. The only other thing to mention is speed restriction just there, and we begin the turn at, what is it, 1.6 miles from TES, and the MSA is quite high here. It's 7,200, which is interesting. 7,200 is the MSA, but there's no terrain around it, so I don't know why that is. I can't fathom why. Maybe it's for noise reasons. I have no idea, or maybe there's terrain just off this map that I can't see somewhere. If we just have a quick look at the arrival map, they tend to show a bit more detail. Although, even to be fair, even that's a bit weird. Well, hang on, that is weird. Why is it 1,800 on the arrival chart and 7,200 on the departure chart? Well, now I'm really confused. All right, whatever. Fair enough. I don't think that's right, to be honest with you. There's no terrain around, so I would protest that this is correct. So yeah, so I see, right, 7,200 up to the north, but you know, over to the east and the south, it's much lower, 1,800. So there you go. But threats wise, yeah, nothing too much to write home about on our departure today. So let's look at the box and go through things. So we are planning for a runway 04 right departure, and that's going to be on the Pushback 7 Lima. That's what we've got in the box. We've got a speed restriction as well on that departure, so we've pre-selected S speed until we pass 489. Once we pass 489, then we will be able to clean up and accelerate on schedule. Our initial climb is going to be flight level 70. We'll have to obviously give ourselves a high climb because we've got no air traffic control. Normal noise abatement to departure as well, with the first turn out to the right. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Just going back, the taxi, I know I spoke about it anyway, but just in case you missed it, so we're parked at 323. We're going to push back facing south, then and that's on Mike, and then we're going to taxi then via Mike, and then Whiskey, and then runway 2 to right to Charlie for runway 04 right. Santa Gigi, thank you for subscribing. Good afternoon. Alright, so that's that bit done, that's the main brief done. Let's just talk about the emergency procedures. So standard Airbus emergency procedures, and if there is an issue after V1, our engine out procedure is standard today, which is all the confirmation that there's no terrain straight ahead of us. So it's standard. Once we secure that engine, then we can accelerate away. Once above 1600 feet, make a right hand turn to Hokkaido holding point, and we'll get ourselves nice and safe up at 4,000 feet, where we'll decide what we're going to do, continue, divert, return, etc. Alright, good, let's get rid of that, and I think all our passengers are now on board. I'm going to use Pushback help today to sort that out, because GSX doesn't want to play ball. Let's get that APU started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our Easyjet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thank you.
Oh, you stupid jetway driver. You've... Look at my wing! Sorry guys, flight's cancelled. Oh, yeah, that's not good, is it? Whoops. Right, just waiting for that APU to start and become available. Then we'll disconnect the external power. Right, whilst I'm waiting for that then, let's just check a couple of other things. So, oh, there we go, APU is now finally available. Fuel is all balanced. Just checking all the pages, that's fine, that's fine. Hydraulics, yeah, they're all within limits. APU is up and running. 32 degrees in the cockpit. You know what? That's a bit too warm for me. Let's turn that down. Doors are all closed. Everything's fine there. Flight controls obviously not yet operational. Okay, right. APU is up and running. Disconnect the external power. Ground crew, you can now remove the GPU, chocks and cones, etc. That's that done.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft as you settle in for what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be posing much of a problem, so we should have a nice smooth ride for you throughout the duration of the flight. And as the cabin crew continue making their last preparations, if you could please assist them by getting yourselves sat down, your seatbelts fastened, and make yourselves nice and comfortable. The ground crew have now finished loading the aircraft, and we're just about finished with all our pre-flight checks, so it won't be long until we are pushing back. If you could please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing, we'd very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the First Officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Easyjet today, and we look forward to giving you a safe flight.
Right, so we are using Pushback Helper today to make sure that we get the pushback done, which means I'm going to have to do that myself. Let's get onto Unicom. Has our final load sheet come through yet, just to confirm everything? No. Come on, guys. There we go. Right, so we've got takeoff weight 62.3, that's what we planned. 114 passengers, 1 infant, and takeoff CFG is 28.2. Spot on, no LMCs. Cockpit preparation checklist then. So aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 7.8 tons. And balanced seatbelt signs are on. Adheres, we've got 3.5 green, QNH 1011 set and cross checked. Let's get the APU bleed on. We're going to get those engines started in a moment as well. Barry Barson, wow mate, celebrating 20 months of channel membership for Barry. 20 months, apparently time does fly indeed. And that is amazing. Thank you, Barry. And oh my goodness me, Barry, what are you doing? Oh wow! To celebrate his 20 months of channel membership, Barry has just gifted 20 Easyjet SimPilot channel memberships. The same amount that Dark Fury donated yesterday. That is absolutely incredible, Barry. Oh, right, guys, welcome to the channel. Mark, Captain Shaquille, Matt, Ray, Steve Stravos, Darren, Mike, Laurie, Andy Boyce, Will Smith, Jason Buey, Lars, Sarkotech, Julian, Kevin, they just keep coming. Western Mark, Federal Demon, the Aerial Aviator, Not in Real Life Sim Pilot, and GL. What an absolute legend, Barry. That is, yeah, oh wow, I don't know what to say with that, mate. Thank you so much for that. And guys, if you are now a channel member, then make sure you get into our Discord and into the Members Lounge as well, where you'll see all sorts of funny memes and people taking the mick out of Nick and British Airways. So thank you guys, really I do appreciate that, Barry. That is incredibly generous. I've lost my train of thought now. What we're doing? Oh yeah, the ground crew stood there waiting for me to give them permission to go. In fact, they've already nose-wheel steering is disconnected. Barry, you legend. Right, what are we on? 122.8. So let's tell them that we're going to be going. Venice traffic, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, stand 323, pushing back facing south on Mike. Right, beacon lights on, we'll get the packs on as well, and transponder set, acupressure in the green, nose wheel steering is disconnected, start the timer in a minute, but Nick, oh Nick, I'm going to have to go through this in a little bit, I really need to get pushed back. Nick has just donated 10 Easyjet SimPilot channel memberships as well. Nick, my favourite British Airways pilot. Mike, Oliver, Skyfall, Rick Rock, Pilot Fisk, Shao, Eliver Thor, Kenny Wood, Steve Collins and Ian Turner, EQ as well. Guys, the chat is turning green. This is incredible. Thank you so much, Nick. Nick, Barry, and of course, Dark yesterday. Channel legends in every sense. Thank you so much, guys. We need to go. Before we start checklist, parking brake is on. Takeoff data is confirmed. Windows are closed. EFP and phones are on flight mode. Doors are closed and armed. Beacon light is on. Alright, parking brakes released. Let's go. Engine mode selected to ignition and starting engine 1. And Nick has also just gifted a tier 1 sub, 5 tier 1 subs on Twitch as well. Nick, you are the original channel member, Nick, as well. I believe you were the first one. I'm pretty certain you were the first ever channel member. It's just incredible. Look at all these GSX staff looking redundant. Oh, welcome to our channel members. And remember, on Twitch, if you are a member on Twitch, our Discord is getting sorted out now, so you'll also be able to access all the same perks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the exit routes, oxygen masks.
I've just remembered I've got to steer this aircraft, haven't I? GSX isn't doing it for me.
Brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front.
El Chocolate, this is payware scenery. I think it's Orbex.
Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist.
Starting engine number 2.
And pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
Oh, do you know what to say? I've not done a manual pushback for a while. I'm quite happy with that. Alright, pushback, we'll complete that there. Parking brake is set. Engines are starting well, so let's tell the tug driver he can say goodbye. Thank you very much. In all the excitement, I forgot to start that timer. ATC 2020, what time do you press the LS push button? So my trigger for doing that is when we pass 10,000 feet. I think it's great to have little triggers, things that just remind you, right, now's the time to do the next bit. Behind the skies, yeah, there is scenery for the arrival airport as well. I forgot where that's from though, because I've got a shocking memory. Right, engine 2 is all happy as well, so engine mode selector back to normal. APU bleed can come off, APU master can come off, so on the spoilers, rudder flaps 1 and set the trim. Can't see what I'm setting it to. That'll do. Alright, I have to start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ecom status is checked, and pitch trim is 28.2. Ridder is is neutral. Hey, regular good man and Sunreal, thank you so much for the follow, guys. Right, so just for a flight control check while we're here. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral rudder, full right rudder, full left, and neutral. Alright, all is well. FSTraffic Alpine 34 Alpha Mike taxiing now to holding point Charlie for runway 04 right via Mike Whiskey 22 right and Charlie. Okay, taxi lights on, let's get the radars on, auto brakes on as well, TO config, terrain radar just for the hell of it. See if there actually is any terrain around here. Don't think there is. William Blanton has also just gifted 5 EasyJet Sim Pilot channel memberships. I'm losing count of how many gifts you guys have given today. Welcome to Noah, McKing, Jason, Philippe, and Utkarsh. Guys, that is incredible. William, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Channel member. William also donating to... donating some channel memberships. Oh, guys, you really all need to get yourself in our Discord server now. It's going to be fun. Oh, thank you so much, William. And Nick and Barry and Dark, of course.
Venice traffic
as
with
well.
383 on stand 327. We'll push behind the EasyJet traffic on Mike.
Okay, well, we are rolling now, so we'll get out of the Wizz Air's way. Okay, quick pets check. So performance then, no LMCs, everything is still valid.
145, pushback on the mic from gate 22.
Okay, who's this guy? Alright, well, I can find out the call sign and we can just ignore him. Right, so no LMCs, takeoff performance is valid from 04 right, and that's intersection Charlie. Dry figures. Our engine out procedure is standard, 1600 feet right turn to Aikido. Getting to the hold at 4,000 feet. Departure is Rosca 7, Lima first turn to the right, noise abatement 2, and we're going to fly that at S speed till we can get past the constraint. And our initial climb then is Flight level 90. Why have we got 70 set there? Is it 9 or 7? Quick check. It is 9. Yeah, if anyone wants to just ping me the call sign of that that aircraft, then it'll just get reported and blocked. And the legend, the legend Dark Fury, has gifted another Easyjet Sim Pilot channel membership. Oh, this is, you are all legends today, guys. You really, really are. All right, so Charlie is just here. So taxi checklist. Flight control's been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMAs. Climb nav blue 1FT2. 9,000 blue. Radar and predicted wind shear is on ECAM memo. Takeoff no blue. EFB is stowed. Let's get disconnected.
Cabin crew, if you could take your seats for takeoff.
Venice traffic, Scandinavia 1145, taxi Mike to runway 24, Bravo.
Venice traffic, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, lining up runway 04 via Charlie intersection. Alright, so that approach path looks clear, we've not heard anything. Let's get all our lights on. TCAS, JRA. PAX. Line-up checklist then. So the cabin is secured. Takeoff runway is runway 04 right via Charlie. And TCAS, JRA, PAX 1 and 2 off. Confirmation as well there, 2,290 meters. Okay, rolling takeoff, let's go. Start the chrono, set 50% M1. And stable, set takeoff thrust. Man flex, SRS and runway. Not too much wind, so that's 100 knots checked. Don't need to worry too much about rudder. B1.
Scandinavian 1145,
rotate.
lining up 04 right.
Nav.
Positive ring for gear up.
Gear up.
Venice traffic, Woods 303 will line up behind the Scandinavian traffic lining up runway 4 right.
Above 750 feet, so that first turn can commence in a moment. Thrust climb. And that turn we'll do at 1.6 miles from TES. We're currently 1.2. There we go. Alright, so autopilot engaged, PAX on. Next one, you get a great view if you depart sat on the right hand side of the airport of Venice, over there somewhere.
1145, departed 04 right, flight level 1000.
Hey Lewis, good to see you, mate. You started training for... Right, hang on, I thought you were going for Easyjet. What happened? Right, so we're just holding airspeed until we pass this constraint, and then we'll push accelerator away, clean up. What a gorgeous day. Hey Simon, good afternoon. Welcome on board. Right, so we've got no air traffic control around. Let's give ourselves a higher climb. So, open climb, 200 blue. Hey McKing, how you doing? Oh, Lewis, you didn't get the orange Easyjet one. Oh, mate, I'm sorry to hear that. That means you're going to have to contend with a 737. Never mind. Hey Jensen, I'm very well, thank you. Why is that not linked? Okay, so we're past that constraint. Let's push for manage speed. We'll start to accelerate away. Just pass airspeed, and then we'll clean up. I've got an aircraft from TCAS. I don't know if that's one that's just departed from Venice. May have not allowed enough time for separation. Which, when we get to Mykonos, we need separation. Right, so flaps and spoilers all up, gears up, lights can come off. If we do get in on runway 34,
383 passing runway 4 right.
yeah, if we do get in on runway 34, I think as well that you need to go to the end and turn around. So separation is going to be very, very important when we get there. Okay, sting our cabin crew. They can start with the start sorting themselves out, ready for the cabin service. Other than that, we'll just monitor the climb, and yeah, everything's good. I'm looking forward to the Mykonos arrival. Although I could really do with some accurate winds being reported. We'll check that out in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Yeah, that's got to be a misprint, this, hasn't it? I'm going to double check that with... I'll check that with HD a little bit later on, see what he says, but... 7,200 over here? There's nothing to crash into. RNLIB 730. Good afternoon, sir. What is our ETA to the destination? Right, well, it's about a 2-hour flight. We're looking at the moment to land just after 3 PM UK time, or Zulu time, both the same thing at the moment. Everything looks nice and calm, so I think we'll get rid of the seatbelts. There's some ships and things down there. Oh, ship spotting. There's one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Not even a ripple in the water down below, so a lovely day. Avgeek 2020 on Twitch, thank you for the follow, right? Appreciate that. Okay, so we've passed 10,000 feet. Let's just do our normal things. So we want airports on the EFIS. Let's check the progress page. Flight level 390 is planned. It's not going to happen, is it? Alright, so we're going to go flight level 370 for now. We might go up a little bit higher once we've burnt some fuel off. Alright, so 370 blue, still in open climb, that's fine. Let's go to the performance page, 0, the cost index, RadNav page, we can clear that out now as well. Secondary flight plan, I'll hold him for... actually no, we'll not, we'll clear that out. Yeah, delete the secondary flight plan, we don't need that, so copy the active, that's done. And we're on our way to beautiful Mykonos. Mate Kovacs, thank you for the follow and for coming on board. El Chocolate says as well to Lewis, good luck, you're living his dream. Was very discouraged at a young age due to costs, but wish you had just done it. Oh, I think many of us can relate to that, Chocolate. Lewis, do you fancy the long haul cabin crew one day? Yeah? This cabin crew on long haul, I think, has more perks to short haul. The long haul, this usually involves night stopovers, doesn't it? And, well, I can imagine the kind of things that you can enjoy during those stopovers. A great way to see the world. Mykonos, where are we going? We are going to Mykonos, which is a small Greek island with a challenging approach. Right, Limonda, yeah, let me sort this out. So when, how to see on SimBrief if you're going to expect turbulence during a flight. So the best thing to look for is the significant weathers page. Hang on, let me see if I can find it on here. I think will be better. So right down at the end, so the last 3 pages or so, this is what you're looking for. So here we're going to be flying through here. We've got this little area here has got icing. So this is what this symbol means. Icing up to 15,000 feet. This is the symbol for turbulence. So yeah, you can see in this area here there's turbulence up to 34,000 feet. It doesn't mean you're actually going to get it. It just means there's a chance of, and this is the sign for light turbulence, between 12,000 and 34,000 feet. So basically for all this area here, there's just reported there's a chance of light turbulence. But again, doesn't mean that just because it's there on the charts you are absolutely going to get it. Just the same as clear air turbulence is not marked on these charts. And here it says we've got isolated embedded cumulonimbus clouds up to 30,000 feet as well. So it's just a case of reading the charts, and there's some you can Google significant weather charts and symbols and things and decode those. Dark Fury, when is the long haul returning? Maybe when the A330 comes out. Or the A380. Either. Mortev, what's my current setup? I have got the Thrustmaster TCA Captain's Pack and the Thrustmaster TPR Pendular rudder pedals, which are which are fantastic. Poor HD is still suffering, he's not well, bless him. Matt Arcade, thank you for the follow, welcome on board. Hey, Notlex, you've actually made a good point. Lewis, would that mean you'd be based in Ireland? Actually no, because I'm pretty certain that they have bases in like Manchester and things like that. Where else? Stansted. They have a Stansted base as well, I think. Tutak, can I fly the Headwind A330 at some point? I think it will be great when the Aerosoft A330 is out to sort of compare the two. I think that might not be a bad idea. MSFS Easyjet pilot. Oh, always make sure you disconnect from VATSIM, mate, if you're going to be doing stuff. That said, I once played a replay and I was still connected to VATSIM. The tower beat me and went, "Oh, you've just appeared on finals. What are you doing?" Oops, sorry. Matt, you thought you'd follow on Twitch as well as YouTube. I appreciate that. Thank you. So our flight plan today takes us over where? We're basically down, let's have a look. Yeah, so we're going to be going down the coast of Croatia. We're going to see some nice places. So we'll see Split Airport on the right, which will also have Dubrovnik not long after that as well. Where's Dubrovnik? There's Dubrovnik. Oh, my favourite airport we're passing by, Tivat. I love Tivat. Podrica as well. It's not a bad one. We've not done Tivat for a while. We need to do Tivat. That's another Category C airport. When do I think the Aerosoft A330 will come out? You can't wait. It was supposed to be released. I have no idea when, but they keep releasing things, don't they? Images and stuff like that, so can't be long. I hope not, anyway. I've just seen Sophia Control is online. Don't think we're going anywhere. I'm not sure we're going near there. Don't think so. Lewis, why is this landing tough? It's not so much tough. It's just there's different factors coming into play with the landing. And I'm gonna go through it all in a little bit while we do a detailed brief of it. But the long and short of it is it's a non-precision approach, so there's no ILS or anything like that. It's a very narrow runway. It's only 30 meters wide, which is also the maximum allowed for the A320. Dark Fury says you've got a BA ready for when the A330 is released. British Airways never flown an A330, has it? I don't think it has. Oh, I am going to have to go and make a cup of tea and grab something to snack on. What time is it? It is 23 minutes past 1. RNLIB, so what's the significance of a Category C airport? So Category C airports are usually the categories with I was going to say the highest risk. I don't like saying that in case anyone watching this is scared of flying. It's risk isn't the problem. There's just a lot more to take into consideration. Still perfectly safe, but a lot more to take into consideration. They are usually also airports that pilots have to have had specific training to fly into. They are usually captains only landings, so no first officer landings unless they're on a training flight, that kind of thing. Yeah, there's just a lot more to brief and be aware of. So other Category C airports in Europe consist of Gibraltar, Funchal, Innsbruck, Tivat, Mykonos. I think there's another one or two in the Greek islands. I think there might also be one in Sicily. I might have made that up. But yeah, there are a few about, and it's usually Category C for reasons such as terrain or narrow runways or risk of really bad weather and turbulence, things like what you can get in Funchal. Flow Motion 8, thanks for the follow, mate. Harry, good afternoon. You are a very happy chap. You have officially passed your airline transportation license theory exam. That is amazing, Harry. Well done, mate. You're on your way. Awesome. Just a nice little cloud layer, just making things look beautifully realistic as we fly down. I don't think we've got any terrain over this side, have we? Oh, we've got a little bit. Do think that looks good though. Ryan E, celebrating 13 months of channel membership. Ryan, thank you so much, mate. Captain level membership as well. Says always very thorough with explanations and very professional. Trustpilot 5-star review. Keep up the good work. Awesome, Ryan. Thank you for your support, mate. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Claire. Good afternoon to you. RF, how many flight sim hours have I logged now? I have got no idea. I never, do you know what, that is one thing I never look at. I never look at the logbook. Pixel FPS, good afternoon. Hope you're well. Oh my, yeah, I was afraid of that. The flask for my cup of tea is empty. Never good. Has the weather been updated for Mykonos? Yeah, I want to see what's happening with the wind. If we have to do a circling approach, it means I've really got to think. Funnily enough, I was practicing one of those yesterday on the members-only streams. Oh, the weather's still showing us rubbish there. I mean, technically, if the weather's showing that with 0 winds, then runway 34 is going to be absolutely fine. I'm just not convinced. Cam A321, good morning, sir. From Southern California, good morning indeed. Looking over Mykonos approach, runway 34 RNAV, that's pretty straightforward. That's right, in number 16, yeah, if we end up doing the circling approach, 16 is definitely the interesting one. We'd have to do a circle land to the west of the airport. I don't think east is allowed. And, yeah, you can't do it at night either. Not that that would be a problem for us. I just need to get some METAR. Can anybody find any wind reports for Mykonos? Because METAR's reporting 0 wind. I'm not entirely sure about that. It does say it's scattered at 1,000 feet as well, which... if those clouds are in the wrong place, then that's us buggered for the circling. What are the minimums for a circle land procedure at Mykonos? I do kind of like these flights where there's a bit of uncertainty going in. You know what's going to happen. Circuit land. So MDA is 1,680, which is 1,275 above the ground, and the clouds are at 1,000 feet. So, not wonderful. Huggy Freestyle, hello from Sweden, and Croc and Ace Aviation. Good afternoon to you. Huggy says wind is 0 at 0. Yeah, that's what I'm getting as well. I just didn't quite believe it. Are the winds really that light? Let me have a look at my windy app. Yeah, so ISA Jello, that is the TAF that I've seen as well. Winds 210 at 15, which means that we would possibly be looking at a circle to land. Guess we shall find out together, won't we? Right, so we are just coming up now on our cruise. There we go. Mac Alt Star. Let me just check. Performance page, progress page, sorry, 3739. Oh, go on. We're going to be happy to continue, I think. Although optimum is 37, we might as well hold 37. Alright, we'll hold 370. Let's just pop that in, which will then mean if we go 370, we're now Mag Alt Cruise. We can turn that to below, and job done. We are we're sitting pretty. Our cruising altitude now 370. Lars, thank you so much for your 100 Swedish krona. That is incredibly generous. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I hope you are well, Lars. Thank you for being on board today. Very generous. Thank you for supporting the channel. Okay, so top of climb. Let's do our usual checks.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we'll be delighted to hear that we're now at our cruising altitude, and we hope to give you nice views throughout the flight as we have good weather ahead and should be experiencing many turbulence. Of course, this means that you will not spill any of your drinks that you may have
Right, so all the fuel looks good. We've not got a leak or anything daft like that. Cost index of 4. That's done. We'll get some en route weathers as well, I think, in a little bit. Dubrovnik is a good option for us. So Utkarsh also 210 at 15. Yeah, that's the forecast. It's not what's currently reported at the moment, and that's what we were just trying to get. Jack Russell also checked wind 0 at 0 on multiple sources, so fair enough. Easy, you got the tap from Windy. Yeah, I love that app. I think that app is brilliant. Scarzy, hey, good morning, mate, on Twitch. Welcome on board. You join us somewhere near Croatia at 37,000 feet. Oh, well, there you go. We've got Zadar, which is just behind us. So let's check some en route weathers. Then I'm going to have to go and grab something to munch. Let's do a weather check. What's that message? There's no message there. So LDDU, which is Dubrovnik. I will also have a look at Split, see what they're using as well. Carrera, a new livery for Easyjet in Austria. I've not seen that. What's happening in Dubrovnik? So wind 030 at 18. So that means that's the approach from the south. That's the more interesting approach. That's the visual approach. There's no ILS for that one. Becoming even windier down there as well a little bit later on. So bit gusty in Dubrovnik. What's happening at Split? LDSP. Matt Arcade, any tips on how you can keep the runway straight on the runway, on the straight line on the runway? Rudder pedals, I'm afraid. Rudder pedals are a twist axis, so you can control the rudder. It's what you really do need, because above 80 knots, the nose wheel steering is sort of like disconnected, and it uses the rudder to twist your aircraft rather than using the wheels at the front, the nose gear. So Split, also northerly 020 at 7. That's the nice approach going into Split, so that's good news. Alright, that's fine. Let's also have a look at Athens. I can't imagine Athens being an issue. 2 good long runways, both ILS approaches. See what that's got for us. at 12, few towering cumulus, visibility is good. Yeah, that's fine, isn't it, as well? Yeah, so all of those wide open, just a little bit windy. A little bit windy. Nothing I can do actually on our route today to cut any time off either, because we are pretty much, as you can see from the map, we're pretty much at a perfect straight line down to Mykonos. So yeah. Matt says it's mainly when you're lifting off the runway, the plane wants to push left or right while you're using the rudder. Which aircraft, just out of interest, Matt? What's that company message? Are they yelling at me for being late? That's usually what's happening. "14 minutes late." Oh dear. Alright chaps, who are we going to blame today? Do you know what? I'm blaming the ground crew. They didn't show up, did they? Late arrival of the pushback crew. Yeah, RLP. I think that's fair. For 14 minutes. we go. Always blame somebody else. William says, let's blame Dark. No, not his fault this time. Oh, Matt Arcade, if you're using an Xbox controller, mouse and keyboard, yeah, absolutely. You're not going to be able to get the perfect controls for the Phoenix that you're after. It does want to use a proper setup. That's how it's that's how it's geared up to be flown. Guys, I can't blame Dark Fury for us being late today. Nothing to do with my MOC. My MOC was perfect. It was the ground crew. They didn't turn up today. Okay, you'll go shopping and invest. Cleared for the visual. The ramp crew wasn't on the clock yet. Absolutely. They were probably still in bed somewhere. Oh, it's just got really cloudy now. I'm not going to be able to see Split down below, which I'm a bit gutted about because that's a great view. So is Dubrovnik as well. I love Dubrovnik Airport, but I don't. Is there scenery for Dubrovnik here in Microsoft Flight Simulator? I don't know if I've seen some, but it didn't look brilliant. Legend Dark Fury, blame Mr. BA. That would be Nick. Cam 320, how am I at flying with the bird? Well, if we do the circling approach, you'll find out in about an hour and a half's time, won't you? I do sometimes find it in the sim here difficult to see, you know. That I can see. This, when I'm looking out the window, sometimes it's a peripheral vision thing, isn't it? It's not always the easiest to spot. Super 6 Bravo, yeah, there is, but not great. The approach into Dubrovnik is beautiful, and it was one of the approaches and flights that I used to do a lot prior to streaming. William says it's a bit bouncy today. Yeah, well, that was a little bit of forecast as well, wasn't it? We were looking at the charts earlier. Scary. Blaming the no-show from the co-pilot means you're getting old. Well, the co-pilot was here. Well, he was there in mind and spirit. I'm not so much sure about the body. Legend Dark Fury here, mate. So there's two airports. One comes with a part of scenery. I'm gonna have to check it out because I do love Dubrovnik, and I don't know if we've ever flown there on the channel. Oh yes, no legs. I forgot you're a Ryanair. You're a Ryanair guy, aren't you? Yeah. In that case, I'm blaming you for everything that goes wrong from now on. End of discussion. All right, guys. Please bear with me. I'm going to go and grab a drink from the galley and just grab something to sit and munch. I'm just going to double check. We've not got any ATC ahead of us, so I'm not going to get yelled at for ignoring anyone should they come and start speaking to us. No, like, she's shocked you've not been banned yet. Super 6 Bravo, you are quite right. There was a crash there many years ago. Was it the same Dubrovnik airport? I can't remember if it was. It probably was. I can't imagine there being two. But I don't know. Something in the back of my mind is telling me it might not have been the same airport. So I was just looking through the flight plan to see if we enter Sophia's flight information region, but we're not, so we're good. So we are currently, quick look at that. Yeah, so Split's just gone behind us, and we've got Dubrovnik there as well. Is that an aircraft sort of 20 miles in trail of us? Right, I don't know if you're on the channel. If you're 20 miles in trail, you might just want to reduce the Mach. Just because once we get to Split, 20 miles might not be enough depending on what approach we're doing. And remember, there's backtrack as well, so just want to maybe increase the separation. Right, I'm going to go grab a little bit of food and a cup of tea. What flavour tea should we have today on the flight? No, Lex, get coffee. It's the best kind of tea. Don't swear at me. I've told you I'm really sad for myself that I don't like coffee because I love its smell. Legend, good call. It's going to be biscuit tea, which is Yorkshire tea, Simon. So that's all right. Alpha Earl Grey. Ooh, no. It's got to be Yorkshire tea, I'm afraid. It's got to be Yorkshire tea. Right, so the cabin service will begin. You guys can start gambling away, ordering your bacon sandwiches and drinks, and I will be back in just a few moments. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that like button on the stream, and yeah, it really does help the YouTube algorithms and things, helps other people to find the channel, which with our approach today hopefully should be quite interesting to lots of you as well. Alright guys, I shall be back very shortly. See you when I've got my myself a hot drink.
further down you go out, where them dark winds blow, the more you lose your souls. Way to get back home, these streets are quicksand, and this city is a borrowed time. And there's a lonesome eerie fog out on the low side of the tracks, where desperation holds its prisoners like a Venus flytrap. Hope in shadows shines like Klondike gold. Do I still believe in magic? Yes, I do. Do I still believe the dead can come back to life? Yes, I do. 'Cause I got hope. I got hope. I hope that all those lost souls can find their way back home. Hope in shadows shines like gold. Two stories are the same, when the devil's the one to blame. Forgotten dreams, they fall like rain down those old brick lanes. For every curse there's a spell to lift it. And do I still believe in magic? Yes, I do. Do I still believe the dead can come back to life? Yes, I do. 'Cause I got hope. I got hope. I hope that all those lost souls can find their way back home. Hope in shadows shines like gold. Hope in shadows shines like gold.
All right, and we're back. Did I miss much? Are we still airborne? Company message come through. What's that all about? Oh, so Dubrovnik is down there now, actually. Too many clouds in the way. Yeah, could be down here. You basically you have to come around here, then bank left, and then fly down a little valley to come in. Great approach. Hey, Iceman, no extra cloud plugins or anything like that. It's all default. Can we get any higher? Let's see. We probably can, you know. No need to. Optimum's 370 and that's fine. We're going to land just after 3 o'clock, which is fine for me as well. Oh, do you know what I've just found in the fridge? I've just found... Has anyone seen the sort of Spanish meat selections that you can get? So like a selection of Serrano ham and chorizo, thinly sliced sausages, or sausage meat, whatever you want to call it. I've just found one of those in the fridge. I'm like, oh, I could just sit here and rip through the entire packet. It's full of fat and salt and not very good for you, but how nice. Snows on Twitch, yeah, I love them. Oh, it's like it's one of my guilty little pleasures, you know, things that you could just eat over and over. In fact, there's a question. Let's throw that out to the chat. What is your guilty pleasure food that you could eat and just never stop eating? And I'm not on about just your your general chocolates and things like that, or cheesecakes, etc. But something maybe a little bit obscure and off-piste, like a Spanish selection of chocolate, or my other one, which I have spoken about this on stream before, pork scratchings. Cannot beat pork scratchings. Just Willie. Hey Willie, how you doing? Great to have you, mate. Oh, we don't get to see enough of you because I don't do enough daytime streams, but hi Willie, great to have you back. You could eat olives over... oh, I can't stand those. Elk chocolate, chipstick, salt and vinegar flavour. We've had this discussion before. Aviation Bro, you're just about to get airborne. Dubai to Heathrow. That's a nice, 7.5, 8 hour flight. Fantastic. Jack Russell, apple crumble, but just the crumble. I said Jallo, you could eat dates. I'm not a fan of those either. Just really small children. You can get arrested for that. Beluga, custard creams. Oh, nice. Danny, bacon. Yorkshire pudding profiteroles, dark. Oh, don't mention those to my wife because that will... she would more than likely devour several of those. Aviation Bro, pork crackling. Yes. Ryan E, honey roasted cashew nuts. Interesting. Lee, tortilla chips. Tilted blender, sausage rolls. Warm or cold, though? Warm or cold? Not like Subway for you. Not Greg's. Barry, your Belgian, so fries. Beluga, English sausages. Tortilla crisps as well. Ooh, a chocolate, crispy spring rolls. That's a good shout. Just wait, if you were in Canada, buffalo wings. Not there in the UK though. They suck. Fair enough. Leanne, peanuts and pistachios. I used to love. I've not had them for ages actually. You know, you can buy like honey roasted peanuts, can't you? Not had them for ages, but they were so damn expensive. And that was back then. I dread to think what they cost now. What's this message? Is that just telling me that they've received the late... yeah, okay. Right, has anybody got an update on the weather? Let's see. I tried to find hitting that update, but really difficult on here. So this is 7 minutes old, this METAR, still 0 wind. 9 kilometers, light drizzle. Well, just drizzle. That's interesting. But still 0 winds. Alright, if you say so. I mean, if it's 0 wind, then the RMP approaching is going to be absolutely fine. Tilted blender warm sausage rolls with some chili chutney. Nice. So what are we on? We were on the Agapu 1 Papa arrival. Transition altitude in Mykonos is 6,000 feet and the platform altitude is 2,000 feet. MSA around Mykonos, what we got? As we're going to be coming in from the north, it's 3,500, 3,700, and then on finals it's 5,000 feet. Final approach track is 337. Airfield elevation is 389. That's quite high for a little island, isn't it? Missed approach, 3,500 feet. A CPL Noe is MSIM any good or Pyrigi? Oh, Pyrigi, go for Pyrigi. Pyrigi airports for Edinburgh and Glasgow are fantastic. Really, really good. So, turning circles at either end. What is it? 1,902 meters. Okay, so we're going to be backtracking either way then, aren't we? Right, Nick, thank you, mate. Off to work. I hope you have a good flight, Nick. You have to come back and check out the landing once you finish with work a little bit this afternoon. We'll speak to you soon. And once again, thank you for your amazing support and channel donations, mate. That is incredible. Thank you, Nick. Runway visual range is above 2,400 meters for the 3-4 approach. Same for the visual, so that's okay. Minimum descent for this approach is 1180. If we're going to do the circling approach, the minimum is 1680. So I'm just noting stuff down now. We'll do a full comprehensive brief in a bit. Not authorised east of the runway, so yeah, we have to do it to the left. Got to be careful, a little bit of terrain here as well, as you can see. So that's a nice 3-degree approach. So if the winds stay calm, this is the one we're going to be doing. So on-up approach, coming in from Bismo. Get down, and then we're at PDAX just here. Let's just check the coding then of all this matches up with what I've got in the box. So, Bismo, Big B, 512, yeah. Then 510, 508, and then in. All these figures look absolutely fine. 510, I might just amend the speed on that to 180. That was a maximum constraint there. I'm happy to be slower. So this would be, we want 2,000 feet there at 510, 4.5 miles to make sure we're slowed down and configured. So that will be flaps 3 and gear down. So stabilized approach, not a decelerated one. And then should we need to do a circling approach, let's get the information that we need. So I like to do a circling approach at 1500 feet AGL, which what did I say the airport elevation was? It's 389. We've got elevation there. Oh, it's 395. Oh, so call it 400. So 1,900 I would like to level off at. Which is fine. So basically we just start to go down, level off, then at 1,900 feet. And then what we'd do is we would turn 45 degrees to the left, which would be, what's the track, 337, take away 45 is 292, so we'd fly heading 292 for 30 seconds, and then we'd fly downwind, which is 337 degrees, and then once we are abeam the runway threshold at this side, we would fly for 45 seconds, which is 1,000 feet per minute AGL, no, 100 feet per minute AGL. No, it isn't, sorry, that's rubbish. It's 3 seconds per 100 feet. 3 seconds per 100 feet, which is 1,500 feet if we're levelling off at 1,900. We need to compensate for the wind as well. So if we had a 15 knot tailwind pushing us this way, then instead of it being 45 seconds, we would just do it for 30 seconds before then turning back to come in. And what is the track then for runway 16? It is 157 degrees. Alright, so that is how we'd make a circling approach into it if we needed to, which means secondary flight plan. I'll copy the active, just have a look at this now then. I would be looking to arrive on runway 16. Go no start, no veer. I'll just check that out there. So we just got the centre fix in then for that. There we are, and I've got good visual reference there. The other thing then I can do just to help with this is we go to our fixes page and we type in LGMK runway, what is it, 16. And if I pop out a radial there of 90 degrees from the runway threshold, which would be what? 157 plus 90 is 247. So now if we have a quick look. There it is. So, circling approach, and then once we pass that, that's where I'd start the timer to come in and around. That's if we need to do it. If the winds are 0, then straight in and easy on runway 34. Zara2411, thank you for being on board, mate. See you very soon. Willie, you've got a flood warning in your area tonight. Oh dear. El Chocolate, Eurocontrol East is online, are they? Oh, so they are. They've not sent us a ping yet, anyway. Christian, good afternoon, sir. Hope you are well. Oh, that tea is perfect. Does anybody else do this when making a cup of tea or any other hot drink? They don't let the kettle quite reach boiling point so that you can drink it straight away. Someone once told me that boiling water is not good for tea. It kills off the flavour. I don't know how true that is. I'll go back and set up the box in a minute, and then we'll go and do the brief. I'm just enjoying my cup of tea before we do that. Fezbearer says, let it boil and forget about it for 5 minutes. Yeah, I do that trick as well if I'm not around to turn it off, but I was just in a rush to get back to you guys, so... Yeah, I literally let it boil, felt the side of the kettle, thought, yeah, that's warm enough. Simon, a boiling tap. My wife really wants one of those. Couldn't go back to her kettle now. I know, it sounds so convenient. It's probably a lot more fuel efficient as well, isn't it? I bet Greta's got a boiling tap. Talia says, you sometimes pop in an ice cube. My understanding is for tea that it should just be below boiling. Can't remember the temperature. No, I've no idea what it's meant to be, but yeah, I think boiling water on a tea bag's not good. Belugas says when he was little, his dad told him that hot water was bad for him, so he never drank hot drinks. And you still live to that by this day. Talia, let it boil on the stove. Boils dry and then flames happen. Oh, beautiful clouds. Talia says, really, if one is paying for electricity and the stove fuel, the more efficient and easier on the pocketbook. I'm all for saving energy. No, I'm not. I'm all for saving money. Whichever's cheapest, which, to be fair, is usually the most efficient. Except, I keep seeing adverts on TV now from certain energy companies around the UK saying all their power is now green energy. I'm sure that's true, because there's all sorts of laws to say that they can't just make false claims, but I just think, how have you done that? Oh, Jack Russell, no, I can't do that. Jack Russell says the best way to make tea is let water basically boil the water, put it in a cup, then put some milk in it, and then put the tea bag in. I just can't put milk in with the tea bag still in. The tea bag has to be fully removed before my... because that way I know what colour I'm making it. No, people that put the milk in and the tea bag, so I can't see the tea bag in the cup anymore. Ugh, no, can't do that. The Legend Dark Fury, tea tastes better when using a whistling kettle. How many people does that make you think of your grandparents? My grandma in particular used to have a whistling kettle. Aviation Bros just opened a pack of Sour Patch Kids. What's that? Now there's citric acid everywhere all over his desk. My kid's face when you feed them one of the sour Haribos. Brilliant. I'm a cruel dad. Oh, right, so nearly I'm going to go set up the box, and then we're going to brief both approaches. Lee JC says he agrees. Bag out, then sugar than milk. Well, I don't even have sugar, so I will put the sweeteners in with the tea bag, and then I'll throw everything in. My methodology for that is that as you're pouring the hot water in, it means that the sweetener gets mixed around a lot better. Again, there's no scientific basis to that. It's just how my mind works. Oh, now you're talking. CPL Nobby says tea normally tastes better when the wife makes it. It always tastes better when somebody else makes it, doesn't it? That's the same for everything. Tea, lunch, dinner, sandwiches, alcohol. Christian says one day he bought an Italian stove top coffee thingy. They suggest to boil a couple of times before making coffee. He forgot, he left it on the stove and burnt it. 17 euros wasted. Whoops. Slow, my graphics settings are a mixture of high and ultra, a couple of mediums, but if you want to know exactly what I'm using, there is a video on the YouTube channel which takes you through all of my settings, so you can go through, check that, and replicate it if you so wish. Now, Ricky, this is something I've recently started doing because someone told me you could do it, and it's absolutely true. So you have it boiling hot with the tea, then you go and see to the kids, then you forget about the tea, you realise it's cold, you have to microwave the tea, you then go back to the kids because they want some, you forget about it again, and then you find it in the microwave the following morning. Yeah, so I have started doing this because I don't like cold tea. Once it goes past a certain temperature, I can't stand it. But I have started putting it back in the microwave and reheating it. And you know, nothing wrong with it. Absolutely fine. Not Bronx, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. I tell you one thing that doesn't work though, or it certainly didn't for me. My wife thought I was a nutter. So I put just water, cold water from the tap with a tea bag into the cup, put it in the microwave just to see what happened. Yeah, that didn't work. Maybe I just didn't get it hot enough, but it was horrible. Maybe the microwave killed off the tea flavour. I don't know. Leanne says his kettle can actually be set to either 70 or 100 degrees C, so you can start drinking it right after that. That is amazing. I want that kettle. Barry Barson says, don't microwave tea, it's blasphemy. Hey Andre, good afternoon sir, hope you're well. Bluger, is it gusty in Manchester today? I've no idea. And Nobrock says he just finished his own flight back into Gatwick. Hope it was a good one, mate. Right, how far away is top of descent? It's probably not that far, to be honest. Oh, right, we've got time to just fill in the box. So, Radnav page, let's check. There is a VOR, isn't there? Because there's a VOR approach. MKN, there it is. There we go. I don't think there's anything else that we need for that. Just in case something goes very, very wrong. And it would have to for me to need to do this. 333. Rundown page done. Progress page. LGMK. Runway 34. Anyone got an update on the weather for me? Any wind? Can anyone get any winds in Mykonos, or are we on runway 34? So I'll get that in a moment. 3.6 tons of fuel when we get there, plenty, and secondary flight plan is already set. Dynamics based on the no time, the animator runway 16 is unserviceable, so no winds. Yeah, but don't they have one for... Don't they have one for runway 34? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to jump on flight radar 24 and see what's happening. See where the last aircraft landed. So the last flight to come into Mykonos was... oh. Well, that's not much help actually. It was about 5 hours ago. Alright. I could have a look at the windy app and see what the prevailing winds are doing around Mykonos. If I can find it. Yeah, so no winds reported. Do you know what? I'm looking at the winds there, and I think runway 34 would be a really bad idea. So I think we are going to say it's going to be a circling approach to runway what was it? 16. I think if we make that decision now, then it's done. So the latest weather then that we've got, apart from it drizzling as well. Who wants drizzle when you're going to Greece? You want nice weather. So temperature is, well, this is in the secondary flight plan for the moment. So winds, I'm going to put in 210 at 15. Fully config, that's fine, and 6,000 feet, and the minimums for the circling approach are 1680. And the QNH is 105, or 1005, sorry. Right, so that's the secondary flight plan performance page filled out. Now it's just to the main one. The minimums for this are 1180. And that's all done. Talia, if there is no weather reported, would the Sims weather input the wind? Well, that is a good point. I think it does, because if there's metals and things missing, it's still... it still has the wind there and working and showing and things. So yeah, I think it does. Okay then guys, so are we ready for the brief? This will be comprehensive. So, weather then, we've got an anomaly with the winds. We expect it to be about we expect the winds to be at 210 at 15 knots, which is on the limits for a landing on the RNAV runway 34, meaning that a circling approach is probably going to be required. We've also got drizzle there at the moment as well. A few clouds at 1,000 feet, scattered 2,000 feet, temperature is 14, QNH is 1005. Let's set that as well for the moment. So yeah, the weather is not the best, but as long as the clouds aren't in the wrong place and I can remain visual with the runway, we'll be okay. Runway conditions might be a little bit wet because it's drizzling, but it's only drizzling. It's not massive rain, so I don't expect stopping distance to be compromised at all. Aircraft A320, yes, not broken anything. That's fine. No times that are going to affect our arrival in the sim today. Threats to be aware of. Right, plenty to go at here. So obviously, if we're planning the circling approach, we know what we're doing with that. It's a non-precision approach. We've got a bit of terrain as well to the north of the field, which we'll be able to see because visibility is good. But if we're doing the circling approach, of course, that's what we want to be careful that we don't overfly towards that. Yeah. We will turn onto the finals before that, but this little bit of terrain there, that's going to be the clincher. Make sure we avoid that. Other things to be aware of: it's a short runway, well, shortish, 1,900 meters. It's a narrow runway as well. It's only 30 meters wide, which is the limits for a 320. And obviously once we've got down, we've got to backtrack, that kind of thing as well. No air traffic control around, so we're going to be on our own. So plenty to take into consideration, and let's now brief how we're going to mitigate for those threats. So we are going to perform the AGPU 1 Papa arrival, which will then come in via Bismo. We will fly this approach, and once we get to MK510 at this point here, that is where we want to be 2,000 feet, and I want to get ourselves by here. We want to be nice and happy. Flaps 2, absolute minimum. Flaps 2 and 180. Flaps 2, 180 knots. At which point, then we will, once we get to 508, we'll go down the final approach. We will then break off 1,900 feet, and we will track 292 degrees. We will manage the speed, and then we'll fly 292 for 30 seconds, after which we'll then fly on the downwind heading of 337, flaps 2, and then once we're abeam the airport, start the timer for 45 seconds. If we have a 15 knot tailwind, we're going to knock 1 knot off for every second of that. So if we have got a 15 knot tailwind instead of 45, for 30 seconds we'll continue to fly past the abeam point of the runway, and then once we've got once the time's up, that'll be gear down, flaps 3, and making the right hand turn, and we'll get ourselves visual on finals. This will all be done at the moment we level off and make the left hand turn. We'll be doing all of this in track FPA. Flight directors will be off, as autopilot will be off as well. So that's how I plan to fly the approach. Hopefully that all makes sense. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. MSA is 5,000 feet, and then 3,500 for after this. Once we're onto the circling part. Minimums are 1680 for this approach. QNH 1005. The inbound course is 157. Elevations for about 400 feet. If we need to go mist, I'm not even sure that we've got a mist approach for this, but if we need to go mist, we're just going to climb straight out. We can climb straight out, there's nothing in front of us, and we'll just, if need be, pop ourselves into a present position hold. Ideally, we'll fly straight out, get ourselves happy, and then perhaps just come and hold back over the Mykonos VOR, and we can hold comfortably there at, well, we can hold comfortably at 5,000 feet. So hopefully, all of that makes some sort of sense. Sounds easy when you say it out loud, doesn't it? And then of course we need to backtrack on the runway and find somewhere to park. Auto brake medium for that. So, given that that is our plan, I'm now going to activate. Oh, no I'm not, that's one thing we need to do as well. So we leave the flight plan is, and then once we're downwind, we activate the secondary flight plan. Forgot about that. HD, good afternoon. Oh, mate, have you just come in? Oh, rewind the stream 5 minutes. I don't want to go through it all again. Too lazy for that. Alright, synopsis. RMP approach, runway 34, 2,000 feet. I'm going to level off at 1,900 feet as we start to go down. Push the level off, that way I'm 1,500 feet AGL. We'll then turn 45 degrees out for 30 seconds. After that we'll go down. Once a beam, we'll already be flaps 2 by this point as well, and at S speed. Once we are a beam, we will continue for 45 seconds, give or take the wind. We're expecting a 15 knot tailwind, so that's most likely to be about 30 seconds. Once we do that, we'll make the right hand turn onto base, gear down, flaps 3, and the inbound course is 157. Autopilot will come off as we level off, flight directors will come off, and we hope that we can see the runway with no clouds. HD, what do you mean there's a straightened approach for runway 16? Where? Is Navigraph just lying to us with lack of charts again? It does this. I've got nothing for 16. We need Lido charts. Anyway, that was my plan. Take it or leave it. Top of descent is in what? Oh, it's still a good 60 miles away.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
FSTraffic, contact 6 seconds and tell for that Danish to get to the final ahead. Will I be able to depart before you land?
I'm wondering what's actually available in the box. 343434.
Scaffold traffic Danish 1141. We're turning final now. What was your current location?
Holding point Alpha 3.
The problem is, of course, all of the AIRAC data comes from Navigraph. So, if it's not in the charts, I'm guessing it wouldn't be in the box either. Regular Goodman can't answer that question, I'm afraid. I know what everyone's thinking now. Everyone's thinking, oh, don't do a straight-in approach to 1.6. We want to see you cock up the circling approach. Come on, tell me who is not thinking that right now. Circling approaches are much more fun, right? I must admit, I would prefer to circle to the east because it's a lot easier to see out of the window.
Danish 5474,
It's not
overhead,
there.
definitely VOR going downwind for the NEB approach, runway 01, traffic station, Seattle.
HT says there's also circling with prescribed tracks after the RMP 3-4. Is that again another Lido thing? Because I've got nothing. Yeah, there's nothing, is there, in Navigraph charts?
And Takeoff traffic with a 22 Golf turning right now on base leg for runway 01.
Skiathos sounds busy. Ant Track, good afternoon, sir. Hope you are well.
Hotel departing runway 01 and the Tango Sierra Lima 1 Bravo departure. I don't know if we've already said that. Skiathos.
Schiphol traffic, Danish 1141 is final approach 1500 runway 01.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not going there. Sounds far too busy. HD, yeah, I did. I went down to 1500. We're not doing that. We're doing 1900 because, as you quite rightly say, I forgot that the airport was actually a lot higher than sea level. It's about 400 feet. Live and learn from those mistakes. Look, I can see it on the map. It's not far away now. We should be there in half an hour or so, I reckon. Alien X Gaming, good morning from Chicago, the Windy City. Hope you're well. HD was a good debrief topic. That means it was a long debrief topic, right? Your debriefs are usually succinct and to the point.
And traffic with their 22 Golf now turning right onto final.
They'd be a lot more succinct and to the point if you removed all the swear words in them. Right, well, I'm still munching some Spanish meat. What the heck's that? TCAS? Where?
Clear of conflict.
Sorry if you can hear me chewing away. Alright, well, I'm going to get down now. Anyway, so let's go flight level 140 to begin with. Down we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft.
Descent nav 190 magenta.
Most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjet.
Might as well go straight on that actually then. No ATC, so 190 blue.
Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
And with their 22 Golf short final now, runway 01 can confirm it's clear.
Negative, I'll call in 3, we've got a backtrack, backtracking runway 01 now.
Right, down we go, about to meet the profile. Oh, I hope this goes smoothly.
Danish 5474 joins final for
My pump says conditions have changed now from drizzle to rain. Wonderful. Oh man, that looks nice. That looks really nice. What we got over this side? No, that's boring. That's just the sea. We did check as well with our landing weight. We did a dispatch landing calculation. We could have got in with the 15 knot tailwind. We're not that heavy today, even with the extra fuel thrown on. But no, I think I think the circling is the better and safer option. Oh shoot! I just saw the time and thought, oh my word, I've got a school run in half an hour, but I haven't. Thank the Lord for after school club. I hope you've enjoyed the flight today, guys. If you have, then please do me a favour, just hit that like button for me on the stream. It does make a big difference to the channel, so thank you again to everyone that's already gone and done that. And once again, I shout out to channel members Barry, Nick, who's now left, Dark, and oh, my apologies, I forgot. We've had 3 amazing donations today of Easyjet SimPilot channel members, and I'm trying to scroll up and I'm trying to find the other one. I have completely missed that. Where's it gone? Either way, legends, the 3 of you. It's been absolutely amazing support of the channel today. It was William. Thank you, Dark. William. I couldn't scroll up for some reason. Yeah, shout out to William as well. Alien, do I think the Fenix A320 is worth getting for a casual player of Microsoft Flight Simulator? Probably not, no. If you're just going to be a casual player, I'd highly recommend the fly-by-wire. Even that, though, has got a bit of a learning curve compared to the default aircraft. And Whizbits has just gifted a tier 1 sub to 10J237. Whizbits, mate, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And just a reminder as well to our Twitch viewers that our Discord is being updated at the moment, so that you will also be able to link your Discord to your Twitch and access all the member perks in there as well. So yeah, thank you very much, Whizbits, and welcome, 10J. Hey Sean, good afternoon sir, hope you're well. Another stream, an afternoon stream as well, it's daylight. How nice. Hey Lars, anyone know when the Phoenix will be updated? I don't know when it'll be updated, all I can say is it will definitely be worth it. Particularly if you're battling with crosswind landings. Right, let's just have a quick look at this again, make sure we know what we're doing. 190 or above at 810, and then 7,000. That's fine. To be honest then, I might just roll that back 7,000. Oh, my FCU is not updating. Come on. Hard constraint. It's that hard it won't even let me dial it in. Right, there we go. So we've got 7,000 set on the FCU, still 190 magenta. That's fine, just means I can forget about that for a little bit. Michael, beta tester, yes, beta tester for the Phoenix, yes. Abdel, so it's not Phoenix doing the A380, it's the fly-by-wire team. The fly-by-wire team will be doing the A380. No idea when that's coming out, though. Brian Sherman, good afternoon, sir, from the USA. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome on board today. Looking at the winds that I've got now, obviously I know they can change, but that's just more confirmation that I think we're doing the right thing with our approach today. Michael Wimmer, yeah, you absolutely can count on that. Right, anti-ice on. Once we're past 810, I'm going to go into open descent and just get down a little bit underneath the profile so I can bleed off speed. The last thing I want to be doing is trying to fight my aircraft to slow down on the approach. But we're at 24,000 at the moment, and we're about 30 miles away from that waypoint. So, doesn't that just look amazing?
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
I wonder why Lido have some procedures in there that Jeppesen don't. I mean, obviously they're two different companies, but you would have thought if a procedure exists, then it could be in there. No, Lex, are there any failures in the boutique range? Not on this flight. Hey, Glennog, hope you're well. Manny67, good afternoon, sir. Says, a very interesting destination. Indeed, it's going to be even more interesting landing. Michael Wimmer, why you used an apostrophe in the count right there is a mystery. It's been a long day. Oh, what time is it? 2:45, local time for me anyway. Ugh. Do you know what? I said we wouldn't need a weather radar today. I'm not now convinced. Hello, Rainbow. Did someone say it was now raining there? It looks like the sim's going to get this spot on. HC says, oh, they're company procedures, and that's why, obviously, why they're not available to each and everyone, which is fair game, I suppose. Seem to be flying through a gap in the clouds at the moment. That's good. Oh, I do love that. Seeing the rainbow. Oh, the rain circle. Look, you can almost see the full thing there. Rainbow as seen from the air. Just need the northern lights now to make it all nice and realistic. I'm not happy that my navigation display is not updating. There we go. Right, I've got an aircraft that seems about 10 miles away from us, behind us. That's not going to be enough separation. This is going to start to get bumpy, I think, now, so we might get those seatbelt signs on a little sooner than normal. Michael, I think they are planning on adding the Northern Lights share, but when is anybody's guess. Alright. Let's get the belt signs on. I think this could get bumpy.
Ladies
I hope I can actually see this airport. It's looking a bit murky, isn't it? Not fun, not good. And I really hope my FCU starts working a bit faster than it is doing, because otherwise it's going to be a bit of a pain to pull off the circling approach correctly. Right, I'm now past that constraint, so I'm just going to go open descent. I want to drop below that profile. I'll wind that speed up a little bit. Get down. See, look, the FCU is doing nothing. I'm looking at the speed tape at the moment. Sorry, thrust idle over descent 70 blue. Come on, Phoenix, catch up. Hey, Pilot Mike. Come on, FCU, why are you still showing me in managed speed? I'm not in managed speed. That's better. Right, 7,000 feet at Bismo, that's 30 miles away. It looks like we're going to level off a bit before that, so... that's alright. Because, once we get to 10,000, I'm going to drop speed 250 knots, we'll go back into open. Captain Q, press the two buttons on the levers. I don't want to disconnect my auto thrust. Alright, 13,000 feet. And the weather's rubbish. God, that looks awful. Brian Crawley, mate, celebrating 20 months of First Officer channel membership. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Brian, for supporting the channel for so long. Tuscan92, thank you for the Twitch follow. Right, I'm using the speed tape again. 250 knots. $10,000 feet, so let's get the lights on. Activate the approach phase. If we can't see anything, of course, we'll have to go around and then hold at Mykonos, decide what we're doing, and maybe bugger off back up to Athens where the weather was much better. Right, pop that into managed descent. We've bled the speed off enough for now, so speed, descent, still 70. Finns Aviation, you're watching while doing online classes because the teachers are striking. Fair enough. Tilted blunder, yeah, terrain radar is on. The weather radar doesn't work. Oh, this is awful. Come on. Let's get out of this weather. Oh wow, I can hear it now. It's quite strong. It's all well and good doing nice nice scenic and challenging approaches in beautiful weather, but this is well, this is rubbish. Hey Dennis, the front's coming coming to the east, and greetings from Samos. Oh, I like that. I was at Samos in the sim yesterday, practicing the approaches into there. Great approach into that. Mykonos traffic, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is 5 miles north of Bismo on the Agupa 1 Papa arrival. Expecting the RMP approach runway 34, then breaking off, circling runway 16 approach. Fezbear says, I love flying blind on approach. I don't mind it when I'm on an ILS approach. So, just look at this minimum fuel, 2.2 tons. Alright, so we're well above that at the moment. So, fuel-wise, we're good. Right, we need to get down to 2,000 then. So, managed descent, 2000 blue, QNH 1005, FCU is not updating. I can't even see what that says. Why aren't they linked? Alright, thrust open, thrust idle open descent, 2000 blue, let's get down. Let's try and drop out of this weather. Yeah. It looks great, but Right, that is the runway thresholder beam over there somewhere. Got a perfect 40 knot crosswind as well at the moment. Oh, Matt McCurry, that's great to hear. Glad that you love the love aviation so much. Once you've got the bug, it's difficult to lose it, isn't it? So I'm just using VS mode now. So VS 1100, using little arrows there to sort ourselves out. No CDA today. I just want to get down and see the ground. Not too close, of course. Ice not detected. What's the temperature? Actually, it's warmed up quite a bit. So go on then. We'll get rid of that. If we need to go around then because we can't see anything, we're climbing straight out on a runway heading 3,500 feet as missed approach. Yeah, we overfly the runway. And then it's going to be a left turn. And that is all built in and will take us back to hold at the Mykonos VOR. And then we decide what we're going to do. Try and hold for a bit until the weather improves, or we're going to go somewhere else. Right, start slowing down. Thrust idle, open descent. I have managed the speed, the FCU is just not updating. I am really going to struggle, I think, to do this properly if this FCU doesn't update itself better. I see the sea! Flaps 1, speed's checked, flaps 1. And Track, you're disappointed with the weather in Mykonos. Why is that?
Cabin crew, about 15 minutes to landing if you prepare the cabin, thank you.
It's gonna be close, isn't it? Whether we can see it or
Mykonos
not.
traffic, Wiz 383 is on the Agapu 1 Puffer approach from runway 34, currently overhead 60.
Speed I'll start. And flaps 2. Speed's checked, flaps 2. I'm going to manage the speed. Mykonos traffic, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike is now turning finals runway 34 RMP approach, breaking off for the circling to the west for runway 16, and we will be reducing to final approach speed. Right, so we are in managed speed, ignore that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer...
Yeah, look at the tailwind. Right, final approach is armed, approach nav. But at the moment, we're not doing anything because I can't see. We can get down to the minimums.
Mykonos traffic, Scandinavian 1145 is preparing landing on runway 34 as number 3.
Right, final approach mode. Down we go. Right, I can see the land. Come on now, FCU, I need you to work with me. Okay, push to level off. And I want us to turn to 292. Shut up. Oh, these displays are wrecking this, aren't they? Come on, give me a timer. Do you reckon the first officer can see? I reckon he'd have a visual. Right. Back to 337. Oh, click spots. Come on. Nearly swore then. Right, secondary flight plan. Let's activate the secondary flight plan. There's our airport.
Mykonos traffic, just to confirm for the Easyjet landing ahead of us. Are you landing on runway 16 or runway 34?
Runway 16, we're just to beam runway 16 now. 45 seconds, then we'll make the finals turn for runway 16.
Roger, we'll, with 383, we'll follow 5 miles behind you, 5-6 miles behind you, and we'll follow the route in for runway 16.
Right, what are we? We're at 1700 feet. And with those winds, that's 30 seconds. Alright, so, flight directors off. Autopilot's engaged. Gear down.
Hundred above.
Flaps 3.
Minimum.
Yeah, continue. Get down. Get down. There's that terrain we were talking about. Can anybody see a runway?
$500.
I can't. We're not stable. We can't make this. I think we need to break off approach. No idea where it is. The rain shower's coming at the wrong time. Okay. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is going missed.
Mykonos traffic with 303 is turning onto final snow runway 16.
Okay, gears up. I'm going to let autopilot sort this out. Let's get ourselves up. I don't like the fact that I haven't got an FCU that's working either. Mantoga SRS. Flaps 1. Oh, my FCU is just absolutely knacked. Thrust climb. Autopilot 1 engaged. Open climb, 5000 blue. I'd no go around track at all for that because it didn't recognise the approach. That's S-speed, flap 0. We're out of the way of this aircraft on finals, that's the main thing. Oh, right, what do we do? How much fuel we got? Speed, I'll start. 5,000 feet, we know we're safe. The weather is absolutely rubbish. What was the CRN? It was 2 tons. Here comes the rain again. Right. I'm going to take us back into the hold over Mykonos and then we'll decide what we're doing. What is the hold at Mykonos? Has it got it in there? 088.
45 on final for runway 34, Mykonos.
Right turns. Where did you say HD? Go to 510 and hold. Is there a holding point there? I can do that.
Mykonos traffic with 383 is backtracking runway 16.
Oh, he got in. Well, good for him. Why can't I put that waypoint in? The sim seems very slow and sluggish to respond, which isn't helping. Right.
Scandinavian 1145 is 2 miles from runway 34 landing.
Let's hold there.
Mykonos traffic for the Scandinavian aircraft arriving 2 miles from final. Just expect late landing clearance from myself for vacating runway 16.
So we're holding at S speed, or we will be when we get there. I just need to get my bearings as well. Spent that much time looking down here. Situational awareness has just gone. So Mykonos is over to
1145
our
is going
left.
around runway 34 Mykonos.
Aircraft's going around now at runway 34. I mean, it's not sounding great, is it? So if we now just reinsert the RNP approach for runway 34. No start. And no veer. Because that begins there anyway,
Taking off
doesn't it?
traffic with straight free is clear of runway 16.
So insert that. We're in the hold already. And just check we are going Mike Kilo 510. We are. Throwing us in the hold there. How long do we reckon this weather is going to last? We're getting battered at 5,000 feet, just in a massive rain cloud at the minute. Let's just update the whole track then. So it should be 337 right turns. I can't even access that. The box is broke. Three, 7. Come on, box, catch up. Doesn't want to do it. There we are. Right, we're in the hold. MK 510 337 right turns. Weather rubbish. 3 tons. I've got 45 minutes before I have to leave. So, can we get in somewhere there? Right, let's reinsert 16 in the secondary flight plan then. Oh, but the box is so slow. Why is it doing this? Is both boxes unresponsive? Yeah. Yeah, they are. I've never known the Phoenix do this. And this is a time when we need it to be working. Right, so I think that's all set up already looking at that. Runway 16. Yeah, runway 16. That's done. And I want to do the performance. Why can't I do the performance now either? Oh. Maybe if I just have to put that arrival in again, it'll work. So if I just select the RNAV 34, I'm not going to leave it that way. I just want to give the box a kick. Right. We're just waiting for the box to catch up so I can pop in what I want. We know we're safe in the hold though. Don't need to worry about the aircraft. That can fly itself. Waste fuel. Which is exactly what it's doing because it's taking that long to scroll through the pages and put stuff in. runway 16. Come on. Sean, I've never seen the Phoenix act this slowly before either. No idea why it's doing it. Quick look up. Still can't see anything. Right, there we go. No star. No veer. Now can I do the performance for the secondary flight plan? No. Why on earth not? Maybe that's just a Phoenix bug. Surely the perf should still be there. We might have to just skip that bit. We might have to skip that. Which means we're going to have to just call out. Minimums are 1680, so I'll let you guys do that. Alright, so bring the charts back up. Let's get the SA back in. We're in the hold here. Well, let's beat this approach again. So we will get ourselves down to 2,000 feet, 180 knots, flaps 2, then S-speed. We will continue, level off,
backtracking runway 16
1900 feet, get close enough to the airport to see it, turn left 45 degrees onto a track of 292 for 30 seconds, after which we'll fly downwind 337, 45 seconds of being the airport threshold, and then 157. Need to keep the runway in view at all times. Now, I'm not convinced that with the weather that we've got, that's actually going to happen. Bear in mind, we can get down to, what, 1,680 is the minimums, isn't it? So if we need to, we can do that. Let me just work out quickly then. AGL, that would be about 1,300 feet. That will be 1,300 feet above the ground. So then I just need to work out what we're doing for the downwind leg. It's 3 seconds per 100 feet, so 3 times 13, so it's going to be for 39 seconds if we go down to minimums. Alright, let's start that descent in the hold then. The FCU's still not behaving either. Thrust idle, open descent, 2000 blue, we're at S speed. Mykonos traffic Alpine 34 Alpha Mike in the hold at Mike Kilo 510, descending now in the hold 2000 feet.
Mykonos traffic with 383 departing runway 16.
Hey Dave Hudson, hope I'm well. I'd be a lot better if this weather was better. What we got? 2.8 tons. Cabin pressure differ? Really? Aircraft VS, reduce the aircraft VS. There are problems with the pressure page, aren't there? We've seen that before. Okay, so cabin altitude's okay. That's alright. I'm going to disregard that. Alright, we're pointing the right direction. Let's just go direct 508 then. Exit the hold. Speed is managed. Activate the approach phase. And we're at 2,000 feet. Flaps 1, speed's checked. Flaps 1. I'm not convinced we're going to get in this time either, looking at that weather. Flaps 2. Whose idea was it to fly here? That'll teach me. Mykonos traffic, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, final approach runway 34 for the circling approach runway 16. Okay, let's get configured then, I'm not faffing about with it. Gear down, flaps 3. Final approach is armed, approach nav. Spoilers are armed. I don't think we're getting in. And we've got 2.7 tons of fuel. Couldn't even see airport lights on the first approach. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to level off at 1700 feet this time. Down we go. Final approach mode activated. Alright, push to level off, that's 17. I've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think we need to make the call that we're not going to get in. We're not going to get in.
Scandinavian 1145 on final for runway 34, 9 miles.
Good luck, sir. Oh, land is just coming in now.
Mykonos traffic just...
Right, I've got runway in sight.
Mykonos traffic, just for the benefit of the Scandinavian pilot, the Easyjet pilot and myself will probably be landing runway 16.
292. Someone would come to the bloody door at the wrong time, wouldn't they? Still don't think this is going to work, guys. Can't see a thing. Right. Can anyone see a runway? It's down there, I think. It's just there. Doesn't help, of course, it's at the wrong side of the runway. I think we're not going to do this. Let's turn downwind 337. No chance. What do you reckon? Nah. I think the weather's just hitting us at the wrong time. I'm going to call it, guys. We're not going to get in here. I'm not happy. Fuel's running out. Time's running out. We're not getting in. Mykonos traffic, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is breaking off our approach, discontinuing it, and we will go enter the hold at Mike Kilo 594. Alright, so let me just sort this out. Once again, FCU's not working. We need to get ourselves nice and safe. 4,000 feet should do. So, Mantoga SRS, go around. And I'm going to get the gear up. Flaps 1.
Mykonos traffic, Scandinavian 1145, located runway 34.
Oh, come on, box, catch up. Speed, I'll start.
Mykonos traffic with 383 is turning final for runway 16 and giving...
Alright, we're above MSA. Enter the hold. Well, let's clean up. Right, what we got? We got 2.4 tons left. How far is it back to Athens? And will we have time to do it? Oh, come on, box. Please. Let's get the flight plan out and look at our routing back to Athens. Right, it'll take us about a ton of fuel, 25 minutes. I can't even update the box though, it's just working so slowly, which is infuriating at a moment like this. You want to be able to just go through and pop the route in. So with the Venice 1 Golf arrival, which is right there, and I'm wasting fuel because I'm going the wrong way at the minute. Right, come on, flight plan. Kittrick cheat sheet, open the weather tab and set it to clear. Can't do that. The time it's taking this box to respond is what's really messing me up, really, because right, so Varix LGAV. Oh, erase that. That's not what I wanted. Alright, let's change what we're doing then. HD, are you still about? Fastest way to sort this for Athens, if you are still around. Hammer, good idea, J-Hog. Right, so can we pop in? An update to the init A page. Come on, I'm just waiting for the V. I'm not going to have a chance to do this, guys, because I am going to run out of time. And most of the time, and fuel is being wasted. Why are we not in nav mode? Well, we're heading in the right direction anyway, but that's not really the point. Let's get out of here as well, because we're also trundling away at 4,000 feet. We've now got nothing in front of us. Let's get ourselves up and burn less fuel. Touch climb, open climb, 250, blue, pull the speed, not the speed, pull standard pressure, there we are. Maybe if we get out of this weather the box will respond quicker. Not in the database. Athens is definitely in the database. Come on, insert, direct to. Okay, back to Athens. Manny, I've got the same issue on the secondary as well. Look, I'm typing away and nothing's even coming up in the scratch pad. Cost index 0, that's fine. Right, they will be using 2 right, I think it is for the arrivals, if I remember, in Athens. Or is it 2-1? Quick look to see if we can find out from Flight Radar 24. What runways they are currently using. Pick anyone, they've all got ILS approaches, so it's fine. I think it'll be 2-1 right, so we'll go with that. I've wasted so much fuel just waiting for the box to respond. The VATSIM arrival is the one that I want. If I can find it. It would be right at the bottom, wouldn't it? So I've got to scroll all the way down. See, what is annoying is it's not even like we've got rubbish frame rates or anything like that. It's just the Phoenix not responding. There. Varic 1 Golf is what I'm after. How is that not in there? Varic 2 Bravo. 3 Alpha, 3 Charlie. How can the approach not be in there? Oh, I know why it's not in there. Because I bet it's got it landing on 2-1 left. So, let's get it in for 2-1 left. Change this. Oh, what are you doing? Right, start again. Come on. New destination. Athens. Arrival. 2-1. Left. Oh look, it's working. Varic 3 Alpha. Do you know what? Novia. Insert. Right, direct Kilo Romeo Oscar. I need to get the charts for that. Alright, so we're now too high basically. Quick maths, we need to get down. So get down 6,000 feet, open, thrust idle, open. I'm going to wind the speed up because we're going to be above the profile at the minute. Is there any air traffic control on the line at all? No. Alright, I now need the charts for this approach. Let me find them. So we're landing 2-1 left, Zulu approach. Here it is. Coming in from Kilo Romeo Oscar. What have we got? Platform altitude's 19. 3-degree approach. We've done Athens plenty of times, so we're quite happy with it. We know we've got terrain to the north and a little bit to the south as well. We just need to get down. Fuel is 1.7 tons. We'd like to get in first time. Could anybody grab me the weather, please, for Athens in the chat? And then we will need to fill out that perf page again. We're going to land with 1.6 tons of fuel. That's okay, but I really want to get in first time. We'll fill out the approach page in a moment. I believe the weather is good there, so it's going to be normal Cat 1 conditions. 503 are the minimums. And we should be there in around 10 minutes. Perfect. Sorry I'm not paying too much attention to the chat, guys. My mental capacity is well and truly being reduced. Right, Ryan Videos, thank you. So what we got? Let's get this in quickly. QNH is 1003. Temperature is 12. Winds 200 at 6. And transition altitude is 9,000. Great. Right, let's get ourselves down to 4,000 then. Like QNH 1003. That's fine, QNH is set. Oh, and here's me wanting a nice relaxing stream for a Wednesday afternoon. Doesn't help that I've got real world time pressures on as well. Seatbelt signs are still on, landing lights are still on as well, I might as well just leave those.
Easyjet 34 Alpha Mike, do you copy?
And Easyjet 34 Alpha Mike, go ahead.
This is GM 204, great contact, watch your tempo Mykonos, have a nice landing.
Sorry, readability is 2x5. Right, 10,000 feet, let's wind that speed back. Oh, once again, FCU's not keeping up. Right, 250 knots, let's make sure that approach phase is activated. That's done, LS button's done. India X Victor Lima is identified, 18 miles. Alright, so the platform altitude was, what was it, 1900. Let's set 2000 on there. So at the moment we are too high, so what I'm going to do is we're nice and VMC over there. Let's extend our downwind, so pop that into heading mode, right on turn. Just whilst we lose some altitude, keep the speed up at 250 knots because then we'll get down a little bit quicker. Oh, the weather is far better here. even though it is a little bit bumpy. Alright, so we should be on a decent glide slope there. Let's manage the speed. Come on, manage the speed, please. There we go. Speed is dropping. FCU is just not updated. VS 700 feet per minute, that's fine. Let's now start to bring that back around to intercept. $20-mile final, beautiful. Alt glide slope, lock blue, lock start, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. Oh, so sorry to all our passengers. We had to divert. Maybe the weather will change later, or you can get a boat. Right, the approach checklist, which we completely missed. So, QNH 1003 set, seatbelt signs are on, minimums are 503. Auto brake needs to be low. It's a nice long runway here, so auto brake low. And EFB is stowed. Probably just reduce that VS a little bit more actually, because what we got, are we 19 miles out? Yeah, plenty, well low enough, 4,000 feet. I think HD's passed out somewhere. Oh, do you know, that would have been a really great approach if the weather had been nice. I've completely missed everything you guys have been talking about in the chat. I've been a bit too preoccupied, so I am sorry about that. Thank you to the new followers and subscribers that have been here during the chaos. Athens traffic, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, established runway 21 left, 16 miles. Right, what we got? 1.5 tons of fuel left. Aviation Bro says the weather's now cleared at Mykonos. So now that begs the question, should we have thrown an extra ton on board and just held? We couldn't have held till now. I think CNR was 2.2 tons, which means when you reach that, you've got to divert. And we're at 1.5 now, so... $13 miles. We're still clean at the moment. We're still at green dot, but that's alright. We've got a nice headwind slowing us down. We need to make sure flaps 2 are down by 2,000 feet, so I'm not concerned about that. Chocolate, did I block a whiz on VATSIM? Absolutely no idea. There was an aircraft on final as I was going around, but we climbed out and got out of his way. So, don't think so. Oh look! Rain. This is ridiculous. It's following me around! Right, glide slopes alive. Flaps 1, speeds checked, flaps 1. Oh, there we are. I can see the runway. What I will probably not have time to do, guys, is taxi in. I am going to have to shoot after this. This has lasted far longer than I had anticipated today. I wasn't sure I was going to get the divert in, but it seems like we might just be able to do that. Hey Anthony, good to see you. I've done lots of flying today. I'm flying to places I don't really want to fly to. I think this is only the second time ever we've had to divert on stream. Glide slope star, and our missed approach altitude is 5,000. 6 miles. Flaps 2, gear down, spoilers, lights. Right, manage the speed, start slowing down. Okay, I'm happy we're going to land. So flaps 3, speeds checked, flaps 3, all good. Flaps full, landing checklist. Cabin secured, go around altitude 5,000 feet, Seika memo, landing no blue. Even this doesn't feel like it's going to be the smoothest landing in the world. Aircraft's been thrown around all over the place. Hey Christian, Gav flying to LGAV. Yeah, wasn't the plan, mate. Was not the plan. We were meant to be in Mykonos. Bus driver, excuse you. You booked Mykonos. We all did, mate. We all did. The weather had different ideas. Once you've landed, please see your travel agent. They'll be there waiting with a big boat. Yes, I know my fuel tank is low. Shush. Disregard. We're going to get in. I've got 1.5 tons of fuel left. Stable.
above. Minimum.
Continue.
Light slope. Light slope.
40, 30, 20, retard. 10.
Spoilers deployed. Reverse green. Decel. Manual brakes. And reverses off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off.
That plane looks how I feel.
Electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter, or Easyjet app.
Right, well, come on then, let's park up, dump this aircraft somewhere, and then go. Oh, well guys, whatever the outcome, that's been nearly a 4-hour stream. Jesus, that's long. It wasn't meant to be that long. Oh, but I hope you enjoyed it. Nevertheless, I'm going straight ahead for this parking stand here. APU is up and running. I'm going to dump the aircraft and then we'll see you out on the replay. But guys, thank you so much for your support today. Hope you have enjoyed the flight. Sorry we didn't get into Mykonos. The weather had different ideas. Aircraft didn't want to play ball either. Struggling to program the box and FCU not working, rubbish like that. Winds and rain and all that palaver just meant that we couldn't do it today. And I was really looking forward to the circling approach as well, because that is really good fun, but it's not good fun if you can't see the runway, is it? So there we are. Well, thank you to everybody who has been with us today. If you have been flying with us and you did manage to get into Mykonos, well done. If you have enjoyed the channel flight today, please do leave a like on your way out, and of course if you could hit the subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. If you enjoyed that, then please go ahead and do that. And of course, I am sorry to those of you who were wanting to go to Mykonos. Please speak to your airline representative once you get inside the terminal, and they'll sort that out for you. Whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, guys, have a fantastic day, and a huge thanks to all of you for supporting that have supported the channel. Our legends donating so many channel memberships as well today, and of course our real world type rated pilot legend as well, HD, who I think has gone for a cold shower somewhere. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to queue up the replay and I will leave you to enjoy. Thank you so much. I will see you all in the next one on I'll let you know when that will be on Discord. Enjoy, everyone. Good night.
Retard. 10.